Hey everyone, I'm back and today we're going to be talking about Scott Pilgrim versus the World. And this movie is directed by Edgar Wright and it came out in 2010. And I don't even know if I can describe the plot of this movie because it's a bunch of craziness. It's kind of a love story and it's very stylized. And the movie is fun at times. I had fun, but I was also pretty frustrated, kind of bored at other points. And I'm pretty mixed on it, unfortunately. What I like about this movie is how stylized it is. I like the visual flair given to it. I think that there's lots of really funny jokes visually. And from a visual standpoint, I thought it was really funny. And there's some really funny jokes in it that doesn't necessarily go along with the visuals, but also from the script. It's funny, it's entertaining, the acting's good. It plays off very much like a live-action video game, and in ways it's pretty fun, but in other ways I kind of didn't really care all that much for the characters, especially Scott Pilgrim. I found him to be kind of dull, and I didn't care about his character, unfortunately. And so where this movie falls flat for me is when it's not action, and I just didn't care what was going on. I didn't really enjoy the characters. I found some of the humor to be really bad at times. When it was action, it was really fun, but when it wasn't action, I was kind of bored. And there's a love story that is in this movie, and that's pretty much what the whole plot is based around. And it's kind of funny in concept what the movie is, but in execution, I just wasn't into it all that much, and it just didn't feel like it had much for me. I felt like I wasn't watching anything new, and it was just kind of the same. And even if it was a satire of these things I've seen already, I don't feel as though I got much from it, which is my biggest issue with this movie, is that I didn't really get much from it, and I can say this is a good movie overall. However, the reason it doesn't work for me is because I just don't connect with it. That's the problem, is that I don't connect with this movie, and when I don't connect with it, it's impossible for me to really fully invest myself into the world where this movie is taking place and the characters, and I just don't care what's going on. Which is so sad because I was really looking forward to this movie. I love Edgar Wright, I love the Cornetto trilogy, I love Baby Driver. And this just wasn't something that I connected to, and I was pretty bored throughout. I'll give this movie some credit. The third act is really fun. The climax is excellent. The action scenes are really good. Chris Evans in this movie is hilarious. I love him in this movie. Unfortunately, where this movie fails for me is its characters and the story, and I just felt it was really repetitive. And I just think it's a really boring story with a really good presentation to it. However, that is not enough for me to say this movie is good. And I know that a lot of people really enjoy this movie. I just couldn't get into it all that much. I'm sorry, everybody. I really can't talk about anything else because I feel as if that would dip into spoiler territory. So I'm just gonna say a few things right now. It was a well-made movie that did not connect with me, and I'm probably going to forget about it within a couple days from now, if even that, maybe sooner. It's just not very memorable to me. There was nothing that stood out. There was lots of moments where I was cringing, and I just couldn't get into it. And I'm going to give Scott Pilgrim vs. the World a 5 out of 10. So those are my thoughts on Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. If you like this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of this movie down below. And my social media links, they will all be in the description down below, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. And I'll see you when I get my next review up. And that's going to be for a couple movies that are just sitting around, a couple DVDs that I decided to review because I haven't seen them or talked about them on this channel. Some of them I haven't seen yet. And here's A Time to Kill. I haven't seen it yet. That's probably going to be my next video. The Bridge on the River Kwai, Sky High, and Schindler's List. Haven't reviewed any of those movies. And the only ones I haven't seen are these two. And I'm going to be reviewing this first, so look forward to my review for A Time to Kill, directed by Joel Schumacher. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.